What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XYO today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 7th day of December, and here we are with about 4 hours and 34 minutes left in the day, sitting here at $0.065 with a pump, a nice little pump of 27% today. We're up 27%. That's awesome. What's awesome about this, and it's a little bit different compared to some of the more recent pumps that we've seen really since last year, is that this seems a bit more consistent. Right? It's not just a standalone spike in volume here or there. It's actually, there's some more spikes closer together, and we're seeing 3 days now of consistently good volume. Yes, this is a big wick. Yes, we pump and dumped as you have before, but you know, if you ask me here, I wouldn't have thought much of this pump. Here though, 2 days later doing this again, I'm actually thinking that this could very well mark a low, and that we do recover from here. I want to get into that, but first I want to look at the short-term stuff. I just want to see if there's anything we can divulge from the 1 hour time frame and before and higher 1 hour to 4 hour time frames, stuff like that. Let me just see. What is XYO's market cap? I just opened up my laptop here, so I feel like it's extra slow. I'm just trying to load this. Coin market cap is giving me some grief here. Might have to close the tab down. Yeah, look at that. It's giving me some grief. Let's just open up a new one. Coin market cap. Does it tell us here? Do I even need coin market cap? Can I just figure it out here? Let's see. Market cap, 89 million. There we go. We don't even need coin market cap. Cool. 89 million. It's a very low market cap, guys. It's $89 million is very low, especially for a token that's been out since, on Coinbase here since 2021, but in its whole life, it's been out since 2018. I think it was even a concept before 2018, if I remember correctly. Like, they didn't just make this token and then develop the concept. I think it was a concept. There's a pre-sale back in like late 2017, if I remember correctly. Either that or it is early 2018. But the point remains, you've been through multiple cycles, bull markets and bear markets, right? And for a coin like this with a market cap of $90 million, essentially, you could definitely see a 100x. Absolutely, you could see a $9 billion market cap by the end of this cycle. There's no reason why you couldn't. You could see something that's at 66 cents, at $1, absolutely. More than $1 even by the end of the cycle is very possible. That's kind of what my suspicions are between now and the end of the cycle, from a high to a low. We look at this here. Golden ratio is all the way up there at 68 cents. The 2272 is all the way at $6.30. I don't think you get up that high. That's pretty crazy. It's typically the golden ratio or the 2272 area that most cryptos, whenever they see new highs cycle after cycle, that's typically the area that they go to. So I think 68 cents sounds proper. Maybe between there and $1. Maybe you'll pull like a Dogecoin move and you'll stop right there at like 73 cents or something like that. But a lot of growth. A lot of growth is possible with this thing, and I think it's going to happen. I personally do believe that XYO will see this growth happen as well. Compared to most cryptos, you're actually in an accumulative phase. In my opinion, it looks like an accumulative phase to me. You've got a low here, a higher low, and another low, your bear market low there. You look fine. Structurally speaking, you look really good, I think. Looking at this on the short-term stuff, zooming way the hell in here, looking at the 1 hour time frame. And maybe because we're on the 1 hour, we can use Coinbase. It's got some volume. We're moving up a little bit. Less volume, but don't let the volume lie to you, right? It seems like there's just no volume at all here, but compared to what we were before all this tomfoolery, we're actually seeing like 10 times probably the average volume that we saw beforehand. Like this is actually pretty good volume for what we're accustomed to. So moving up like this, I'm okay with that. It's actually about average volume. We have 31 minutes left in this candle. I mean, we really could be moving higher. Looking at the indicators here, looking at the 1 hour time frame, the RSI looks bullish as hell. So do the stochastics, and so does the MACD. It all looks good. The fact that you had a false cross here and you're recovering, that's awesome. The fact that your stochastics are in the overbought zone here, you built some bullish divergence at the lows, that's awesome. The RSI is getting overbought and you're not getting oversold at all, even at your lows. That's awesome, you guys. Getting overbought, consistently living above the 50, finding support at the 50 even, and getting overbought again, all good things. It's awesome. 4 hour time frame here, a little bit of bearish divergence. That's why we saw the pullback. A little bit of bearish divergence on the stochastics. That's why we saw the pullback. But the stochastics are resilient. The MACD crossed above the zero. You had a little consolidation, but now you're growing again. All of this suggests continuation. And if we're continuing this pump, let's just see. I mean, the only thing I want to do a few measurements here. Let's see. First off, from this relative high to this relative low, you went to your golden ratio. That's where that wick was, and then you came down. Okay, right to your golden ratio. Something to note. From this high to this low, you went to your 886, and then inevitably to your 1272, 1414 area. Okay. I'm just jotting all this down in my brain here real quick. all the way up to your golden ratio directly there. You even found support consistently at your golden ratio. We just actually tipped that golden ratio for resistance, and you found resistance here. It's kind of serendipitous. Finding support at the 236 as well. That's interesting. And that makes sense. This is kind of your most standout discernible high or low, right? Because this high to low, this is still in your downtrend. This is something different. This is like in the midst of this transitional phase here. It kind of makes sense this would be your guide, so to speak. It might be a guide going further, right? It might be a guide when we go higher. What's the next fib levels that we're going to see? Something between 6.8 cents and maybe 22 cents all the way up here. It could be a guide in that sense, but I'm more just seeing what our reaction was here. 1618, getting distracted, taking this high to low now. The high to low. The expectation here, I think, compared to what we've seen in the past, should be that we would move at least to the golden ratio, potentially as high as the 786, 886. From there, we could consolidate, do our thing, whatever, and then continue to build. So absolutely, from this point, we're more than considering targets that are at 8.2 cents to 17.8 cents, right? And then I just want to see, do any of those targets line up with anything that makes sense here from a high to a low? Right there with your 2272, I like that. The golden ratio is very close to this 2618. I like that too. There's a solid chance that you see from this low over the months to come, we will be pushing up to like 12 cents and above. That's my thoughts like overall, right? Like assuming that if you're looking at this here, this was a low, you had to move up. This was a low, you had to move up. This was a low, you had to move up. This is a low. Our next move up should, I think, take us to at least 8.2 cents, but I'm pretty convinced we will see something above 12 cents. That's my thoughts. But first, just as it was from this low to this move up, we had a little turbulence in between, or from here, from this low to this move up, you actually did have a little turbulence right here for a couple of weeks. I would suspect that we do find turbulence probably at 1.8 to 2.2 cents. So from here, all that to say, 00688 is your price right now, today, the 7th of December. I would say that over the weeks to come, you have 1.8 cents to 2.2 cents to look forward to. You'll probably find turbulence there. Consolidate, find support back here, and then continue to rally. Maybe find some turbulence, continue to rally. And if I'm wrong, it might just all happen faster than I'm expecting it to. So good looks here. XYO, this looks really good. This weekly candle is closing at a very nice body, I would say. As long as you don't give anything back, you have 4.5 hours left. A lot can happen in that time. Your stochastics are totally reset coming out. I mean, this is powerful in itself. Coming out of the oversold zone is definitely powerful. Bullish divergence on your MACD, technically. Or maybe not. I misspoke. No bullish divergence. I lied. You could interpret it that way maybe, but let's agree to disagree there. I don't think so. And then what about the low to high here? Right at your 786 after hitting the golden. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. What I would say is once we close above 008 on any given day or week, at that point, once you get a day to close above 008, I know it says 00822, but let's just say 008. You get a day, not to wick, not like this, not a week to wick, a day or a week to close. A week would look better, but a day or two to close would also be fine. To close above 008, at that point you validate this low. Okay. If you have any concerns at all about going lower, once we close above 008, at that point, this is the low. We have no concerns that we'll go below there. It's still completely theoretically possible that we could go below this low and still completely recover from there as well. The markets are in a bit of a fragile place right now, but I don't think that's going to happen. I would think more so that we move up, and getting above 008 on a closing basis is something to get excited for. But I got nothing else to say. This is looking like the real deal. This is nice. I wanted to make a video over here whenever this happened and just say, it's just a pump and dump. But I was like, nobody's going to get anything from that. Now we're looking at this. I mean, this looks like the real deal. And I'm not just saying that because we're pumping now, right? I'm not just saying that because we're up 8% during the time of making this video. We were saying that down here, and I think we were even saying it before. I don't even know how long this video's gone, but we could have been moving down. I'd be just as bullish as I am now. It's nice to see some price action growing. I hope that the XYO people are enjoying it. My thoughts would be, don't try to time these highs. First off, don't FOMO, but also, even though you've had this kind of pump and then dump perspective before, I think it's different now. Don't think that, and even if you could have sold this high and, it dropped 20% back all in the same day, just be patient. Trust the process. I think if you trust the process, you'll have a lot less heartache, a lot less headache, and you will come up with some pretty acceptable results. Let's just leave it at that. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Take care of yourselves. Bye.